Alright, hello, what is up, guys? Danny bringing you guys another gameplay. Before we get into the topics I was going to talk about, I wanted to sort of throw out there why I haven't really been doing anything as far as uploading and editing and doing my stuff, doing what I usually do. We've had some pretty intense storms, some intense weather. It's been raining a lot. Obviously, sometimes rain turns into thunderstorms, which has been doing a lot. If you guys have been keeping track with the weather and stuff like that around the country, it's getting pretty crazy. Nebraska just had twin tornadoes. I'll say that again, twin tornadoes. Like wow, that was a fucking tongue twister, wasn't it? Two tornadoes, side by side, literally going through the same path, destroying everything. I mean, it was pretty crazy to watch. I mean, they were showing it live on the Weather Channel. It was pretty crazy. But we've had some, our share of tornadoes here in the area. Hasn't been too serious, of course, but as we all know, Arkansas is pretty much in Tornado Alley, so we might get a few. Hopefully they're not too intense, but we haven't really had a really intense storm in a while, like an intense tornado. There's been a few that have been some pretty scary ones, but they haven't really done anything really major. All the tornadoes that really do a lot of damage are really in Oklahoma. I've never really seen a tornado that powerful in Nebraska before, but it was incredible. Two of them. Two really strong tornadoes, like side by side. It's pretty intense to watch. But that's why I haven't really been doing anything. Hopefully the storms are kind of died down. The past 2 days, it's been like the only 2 days out of like the past month that it's not been raining. Like literally, we've had rain for fucking ever, like a month straight of nothing but rain and stuff like that. So hopefully all that stuff dies down. I can start doing my editing and stuff. The power was out for like a day. Fucking awful. No air, no nothing. But what can you do? It's nature. But a few things to talk about. First off, the Spurs destroy the Heat. Absolutely destroy them. I think their average was they led by like 14 points the whole finals in their wins. So they destroyed the Heat. They found a way to absolutely dismantle them. Their offense was sharing the ball like no other, and they were doing really well. So, hats off to the Spurs. I'm glad to see Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili get another one. I think that's Duncan's 5th, Ginobili's 4th, and I think it's Parker's 4th or 5th. I don't know, but I know they're winning some championships over there, and they've obviously done something right. They've been to the playoffs like so many years straight. I mean, that's one of the most consistent organizations you could see. You can tell really by what they've been able to do. They made the finals back-to-back seasons. Of course, last year they lost to the Heat. The Heat got their second one. So, Spurs take it. I'm glad they did it. Hopefully Duncan will return. I want to see him return. I don't want him to retire. I mean, of course he retires today. He's a Hall of Famer, of course. I'm just saying I'd like to see him return another year and maybe go after another one. He said after the game was over, and all that stuff that he didn't have, how many more years he had. If he could do this again, I'd like to see him do it again. I'd like to see him come back next year and try again, sort of get that repeat. I'd like to see it. We'll see what happens though. It's gonna be interesting to see. The whole NBA offseason is gonna be interesting. You got LeBron gonna make his decision again. He's got a player's option just like Bosh and Dwayne Wade do. I don't think D Wade's going to leave Miami. He's been there his whole career. I think either he'll retire or he'll stay, of course. But, LeBron and Bosh, who knows what they'll do. We'll see. Hopefully LeBron, I want to see him go back to Cleveland, make it right there. They're building a pretty good squad over there. We'll see what happens. With the whole NBA offseason is going to be crazy to look at. Carmelo, of course, where's he going to go? That whole NBA offseason, you could probably make a TV show out of it. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. But we've also got the NFL season coming up. That's gonna be really real fun. It's always fun to see the NFL season come up. And of course, you got one of my favorite tight ends. Of course, he's an former Indianapolis Colt. Dallas Clark coming back to retire as a Colt. I think on Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. I'm doing this on Tuesday. He'll be coming back to retire as a Colt. It's going to be really awesome. I'm probably going to shed a tear when that happens. Seeing him do his little speech and stuff like that. One of my favorite tight ends ever. Obviously, one of my favorite Colts ever. Hopefully they'll retire his number 44. If they don't, then I'll riot. But yeah, hopefully they'll retire the number. I hope they do. Just like, he should be put on the Ring of Honor. One of the greatest tight ends to ever suit up in a Colts uniform. And it's gonna be interesting and fun to watch him come back as a Colt and retire. So hopefully Peyton Manning will do the same. I want to see him do the same. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll come to the, retire as a Colt. I'd like to see that too. And then of course we're gonna retire his, Peyton Manning's number. Obviously, I mean I don't know why we wouldn't. So, well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. Real fast one this time. This one was easy. I mean this was quick as hell. I feel like I just started the commentary. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching as always. And peace out, guys.